Hey guys, welcome back to my channel My Painless Tales. I'm Vani, a self-taught artist from Hyderabad, India. I post a lot of fabric painting tutorials here on YouTube, but in general, I work on pitchway and fabric painting both. If you wish to see behind the scenes and more content which I do, you should definitely follow me on Instagram, My Painless Tales. So coming back to this video, today's video is going to be a little different. I'm going to paint this beautiful peacock in Tanjore style, but not exactly Tanjore. Okay, Tanjore is little complicated. The process, the materials and everything is bit complicated. So I'm going to replicate the Tanjore style painting with fabric paints only. So without any delay, let's get started with the painting. So for Tanjore style painting, sketch is really crucial. So this is the sketch that I've used to transfer it onto the fabric. I've used a semi raw silk fabric here, but you can choose any other fabric as well. So this is the sketch. I've used carbon paper to trace it onto the fabric. You can do the sketching directly on the fabric as well. It's completely up to you. These are the brushes that I'll be using today. This is round brush from Camel size 6 and this is a flat brush size 0. Okay, these are the brushes I'll be using, and the paints I'm using here are from Fevicryl. Okay, you can use either fabric colors or acrylic colors. I'm using acrylic colors here, but acrylic colors and fabric colors are quite similar, so you can use fabric colors or acrylic colors. Fevicryl range has fabric colors as well, so you can use them. So for the first step, I'll be using these two colors from Fevicryl. So this is Prussian blue and this is white. Okay, these are the colors that I'll be using, and I'll be using a flat brush. You can use a bigger one as well, but I'm using this one. In the first step, I'll be applying white color and then I'll be using blue. So before I move on to the next step, you'll have to make sure that this white isn't dry, so you'll have to be a little quick. So now I'm taking the blue and then I'll be shading it onto the white. So I'm cleaning my brush right now to get rid of all the blue, and with a clean brush just trying to blend it properly. So you can do this blending process only while the colors are still wet. If the white is completely dry, then this blending will not happen smoothly, so you'll have to be very careful about it. For the next step, I'll be using brown. It's burnt sienna. Okay, you can use either burnt sienna or dark brown. Anything is fine. So I'm taking the color and then you'll have to simply fill this area with the brown. Now taking some yellow. So this is again from Fevicryl. This is chrome yellow. And then blend the yellow to the brown. taking the brown and also filling the beak. So if you're not comfortable using a flat brush here, it's always better to use a round brush. So I'll be painting this area with green. So for that I have two shades here. This is leaf green and this is dark green. Okay, you can use directly dark green here, or you can use this light green or dark green. It's completely up to you. I'm just trying to mix both and I'll be using the mid shade here. So I'm mixing both dark green and leaf green together, and I'll be using this particular shade. So even in Tanjore painting, this painting part is exactly the same. The difference will come while you do the gold detailing. Okay, usually in Tanjore painting, the process of that gold detailing is completely different. Here the process will be simplified. I'll show you how in the next steps. Also, if you wish to learn fabric painting from beginner to advanced, like if you are a beginner, don't know anything about fabric painting or in painting in general, it's completely fine. If you wish to learn fabric painting from me, then I have a course for you. It's the ultimate fabric painting course. It's from beginner to advanced and it is a pre-recorded course, so you can watch the videos and learn the painting at the comfort of your home, anytime, anywhere, from phone, laptop. It's completely up to you. So it's pre-recorded and it has a lifetime access. So if you purchase it once, you can refer to the videos anytime. Okay, it has a lifetime access. So if you wish to learn fabric painting from me, you should definitely check out the course. The link will be in the description box. So if you can simply click on the link, it will show you all the details, like how many sessions, what does the course include, what are the different classes I'll be teaching and everything. So have a look at it once, and if you wish to join the course, you can join from the registration link which I'll be putting down in the description box. So it's completely up to you. But if you wish to learn fabric painting, with simple steps like I show you here, it's going to be very simple, but I'll be breaking down each step, like the consistency of the paints, the materials to use, and everything, the tips and tricks that I usually follow. I'll be showing you everything from scratch. So you should definitely check out the course if you wish to learn fabric painting, and I'm sure that once you finish the course, you will be a pro in fabric painting. So definitely check out the link in the description box. So now once this is filled, my next step will be, I'll have to highlight these leafy kind of patterns. So for that, I'll be washing my brush first. Wash your brush properly, and then I'll be using yellow. Okay, done with the greens. So I'm taking some yellow. It's chrome yellow again. Simply have to apply the color like this, and it will automatically blend with the green. Because the green is still wet, the yellow is properly blending with the green. So now I can still add more yellow detailing, but because the green is wet, it is basically mixing with the green. Yellow is mixing with the green. I'll wait for it to dry and then I'll come back and do some extra highlighting later. But now it's completely fine. So taking the same shade burnt sienna, and I'm using a flat brush here. So now I'm blending with some chrome yellow. So repeat the same process for the other leg as well. So the next step is very crucial to replicate Tanjore style. Whatever areas are left, we'll have to cover it with gold color. Okay. Usually in Tanjore painting, it is completely different process, but here I am using metallic powder in gold. Okay. This metallic powder is available in Camel and Fevicryl both. So it's a powder. These are called as metallic powders, and this I'll be mixing with medium. Okay, or if you have binder, you can mix it with binder. If you do not have binder, then you can mix it with medium 2. Okay, if medium 2 is also not available, then try using medium 1. Okay, so then I'll be mixing this liquid with this powder to get the paint, and then I'll be applying that gold paint in all those areas. So placing some powder. Mix both of them properly. It will take some time. So it's always better to mix this powder in small batches. Okay, if you are taking big batch like me, it will take more time to mix properly. So now I'll be taking this paint to cover all these areas. So repeat the same process until you fill all the areas with this gold paint. So similarly, I'll finish the rest of the areas and get back. This is how it is looking after I've applied gold all over. So the liquid here and there you're seeing, that's completely fine. Once it is dry, it will be normal. So now I'll get started with the detailing part. So you'll have to outline and put all the details all over the peacock. So I'll start off with the eyes. So for the detailing of the eye, I'm using this particular brush. This is a round brush, but the size is 000. Okay, you can use a size 0, 00 or 000 size brush for these kind of detailings. So now I'm taking black. Washing off my brush and then taking some white. So this is how it is looking. It came out perfectly, but you'll have to be very careful while you're painting the eye, because it can make or break the entire painting. So you'll have to be very careful. So use the smallest brush. Now I'm taking a size 2 round brush. Okay, this is a size 2 round brush, and then I'll be using black again and then paint some curves here. So these extreme detailings are completely up to you. You can leave it with a simple color or you can do these as well. Taking the same round brush size 2, and then black color, and I'll be outlining all the areas now. So this is also a crucial step, so you'll have to be very careful. So carefully you'll have to outline the entire peacock. So the first sketch which we did, you'll have to go along with it. So let me outline the entire peacock and I'll get back. So this is how it is looking after I finished complete outlining with the black. So in the next step, we'll be adding all sorts of highlighting and we'll be doing dotting. Usually in Tanjore painting, we will be using green and red stones, to stick in the areas. But here, instead of using those stones, I'll be using simply paint. But if you have the stones, you can simply stick them using Fevicol or the fabric glue. So here I'm taking a round brush size 6 and then some red color to add shading to few of the gold areas. So I've added all the shadings and some little extra detailing. So I am here at the last step. So in the last step, I'll be using red and green to put all the dots and do the highlighting instead of using the stones. So this is the red I'm using. I'm taking a round brush. It's round brush size 6, and then I'll be dotting all the areas. This is the final look of the painting after I've added all the dots and some extra detailing. These extra detailings is completely up to you. So this is the final look. You'll have to wait for it to completely dry. It'll take some time, and depending on the weather, it might take few extra hours as well. So leave it to dry properly Until then, please do not fold it or do not touch it, because all the dots will be very thick, so it will take extra time for it to dry. So this is my take on tanjore painting. This is how I usually replicate tanjore painting in fabric painting style. So I hope you liked the video. If you did, please do like, share and subscribe. And you can definitely follow me on Instagram to see behind the scenes of how I do the work and everything. So if you like the video, please do not forget to like it, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.